Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 2 of Unapologetically Joey. I had planned on recording yesterday, but I just have to have it, in my mind right and kind of feeling the way I feel. And um, today's been kind of up and down emotionally. Um, you know, I, I've had a good day, but somebody very dear to me um, is going through some pain right now, and it breaks my heart to see them hurting. There's a lot of pet owners in this world, and even though I'm probably not one of those that carry their feelings for animals like most people do. I mean, I have them. Don't get me wrong, but some of these people are like spiritually and soulfully connected to their animals like they're their own children, and I can respect that. And so, a dear friend of mine today, at least I think she's a dear friend of mine. Um, I hope she is. I think she is, but well, she made the probably one of the harder decisions that you have to make as a pet owner, probably the hardest decision to initiate the bridge crossing over the Rainbow Bridge. You know, her pet, which I'm going to keep confidential, had changed. It had been, you could tell that something was wrong, and it had been happening for a little while, and you get to the point where there's really no turning back. And right now, the pet is basically just suffering. And the pet owner, she made the hardest decision, and she made the right decision. And um, you know, um, took him, took her to the journey. To the beginning of the journey over the Rainbow Bridge. I don't care if you believe it or not, but it is what it is. I've lost a lot of pets in my life, and I like to think that our loved ones, whether they're human or animals, go to a better place. It makes me sleep better. So I experienced that today, and it kinda set me back in my place because 'cause I'd been kind of in a joyful mood. I kind of was playing around in the shop and doing some silly things, but, reality slapped me in the face that, life can be, going along, and then you just have some dips in emotion, and some people, and it's hurting them dearly, and you feel for them. You wish you could take the pain away, but you can't. You just say the things that are on your mind and in your heart to them, and hopefully it will help ease their sorrow, and they can go on with their day and try to cope until it takes a while, with anything, and you learn to deal with the sadness, and you hopefully replace that sadness with some joyful days, with your spouse or your siblings, your parents, your friends, and that loved one, be it an animal or human, is always there. You'll see things that remind you of them. It could be a picture, it could be, I don't know, a toy for an animal, or a hole in the backyard. Lots of holes in the backyard, and you just deal with it day by day, and eventually I don't want to say move on, but you adjust and keep living your life. And there's other things that keep you occupied, and you just kind of keep those memories alive the way you can. So that's what I kind of ran into today, and I just wanted to come out here and talk about it and ask y'all: do y'all feel that same way? Because there's a lot. I know dudes wise, there's a lot of guys that probably don't, but I see a lot of my friends that are like, even country boys. They got a favorite hunting dog, or that tears them up when that old hunting dog gets caught by a hog or a gator, or just gets sick. Because animals are fallible just like we are. Unfortunately, they live around, and I don't know about dogs. I'm guessing like 15, 17 years, and they start, aging pretty quick after that, and they can get something. The thing about the animals get sick is you gotta, it's so expensive to figure out what it is, and it sounds bad, but you have to kind of balance. I remember just go back, I had a dog, a blue tick that I loved dearly, and his name was Tebow. That's right, Tebow. And I probably wasn't the greatest, dog parent because I didn't know that, when he got bit out there in the, by mosquitoes out in in his pen, he would, get worms, and so he got worms, and there was no way I wasn't gonna fix him, so it was like $800. This is back in 2000? Yeah, 2000, and so maybe 2001, but it was like $800 to get the, arsenic treatment to, eradicate the worms, and so that's what I did. Didn't regret it. It was back then I couldn't afford anything, and I'm gonna tell you, we had probably put it on a card. That $800 probably turned into 1,400, $1,200 after we eventually paid off, the card because back then we weren't making a lot. We were young. It was my ex-wife. We were a young, married couple with a young child and another one coming soon. So, and, we thought it was a big mortgage payment at the time, but God, I would trade for that right now. So we had Tebow for a long time, and we, enjoyed him and loved him, and would have done it again, But so I understand that pain, and I feel that pain. Heck, my ex-wife has called me over, and I've went over to her house and found our cat that we had together, and she's got a big heart, heart as big as the moon, and so I took the cat out, and took Isabel out back, and buried her so she could go talk to her every once in a while because people do that. It's kind of coping mechanism. So my question is, think about that. Do you have an animal like that? And if so, what would you do, to keep that animal alive if you could? And then if it's to the point like with my friends, where it was just you couldn't. It was just the animal was up there in age, and it was not um, a good choice to prolong it by even just the fact that you have to go do tests to find out what it is, because it could be anything. It could be diabetes, it could be cancer, it could be just something major. But so my friend, she made that decision, and I back her, and I just feel for her. And I hope her sadness goes away soon. I hope it is replaced with good memories. So that's what I have on that, and just wanted to put it out there. I don't even know how long this is going on, but I hope you guys enjoyed talking to me about that, and you know, um, maybe next time we'll go a little longer. But it's late in the night, and I just wanted to throw it out there. So these are going to be short at first. Eventually, they'll be longer. I'm getting to it. This is my second time doing it, and I'm not exactly a natural behind the mic, but I'm giving it a try. And let me know what you think. And if you could, like and subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and just, hey, it's 8 to 10 minutes of your life right now. Listen to it, make fun of me, laugh at me, or enjoy it. Tell me how you feel about it. I don't care. I'm just trying to have a good time, and this is therapy for me. So, hope you guys have a good night. Goodbye.